guys, my name is Gayane. Welcome on my channel. I do many things. Among them, I teach Russian. Also, I love to read classical literature, to analyze it, and so on. And today, I'm going to discuss one of the most famous novels in the world, written by Russian writer Tolstoy, Anna Karenina. For many people, this is a story about cheating. For others, this is a story of passion or true love that ends up very tragically. For some people, this story is a warning against cheating. Well, for me personally, this story is not about true love if we analyze relationship between Anna and Vronsky. For me, this is more about psychological illness. It's kind of a case history. I'm going to give you my personal point of view. And first of all, I would like to start with introduction of the main heroes. First chapter, we see the following picture. Oblonsky, by the way, he is the brother of Anna. He is married with Dolli, and he is cheating on her. So in this first chapter, she has discovered it. She is totally disappointed and shocked. By the way, this couple has 6 children. To my mind, Oblonsky, also he is called, his name is Stepan Arkadyevich, and he is called as Stiva. It's like, charm and style, Stiva. To my personal mind, this hero is a completely bad husband, bad father, but he is charming. He doesn't like conflicts. But, if you read this novel, you will see that he is kind of keen on intrigues. He likes to feel connected with the fate of other people. He likes to do something for others. And for me, he is like 100% opportunist. I hope I'm not mistaken pronouncing it. And another thing is that he doesn't love his wife anymore. That's why he cheats. And he explains this with the fact that his wife is old, she has lost her beauty, and he cannot live without love. That's why he likes young ladies and so on. This is what he tells about himself in this novel. I think that Oblonsky is a very, very typical person. I think we can meet this type everywhere, at kind of public companies, private companies, and so on, because this type of person, let's say he survives very well. But to feel better, this person, I'd like to read a part, of course, in English, so that you can understand it. I'd like to read it from the book. Let's see how does writer, describes him. Okay, here we go. Stepan Arkadyevich had not chosen his political opinions. These political opinions had come to him of themselves, just as he did not choose the shapes of his hat and coat, but simply took those that were being worn. And for him, living in a certain society, owing to the need, ordinarily developed a yes of discretion for some degree of mental activity. To have views was just as indispensable as to have a hat. If there was a reason for his preferring liberal to conservative views, which were held also by many of his circle, it arose not from his considering liberalism more rational, but from its being in closer accordance with his manner of life. The Liberal Party said that in Russia everything is wrong, and certainly Stepan Arkadyevich had many debts and was decidedly short of money. The Liberal Party said that marriage is an institution quite out of date and that it needs reconstruction, and family life certainly afforded Stepan Arkadyevich little gratification and forced him into lying and hypocrisy, which was so repulsive to his nature. The Liberal Party said, or rather allowed it to be understood, that religion is only a curb to keep in check the barbarous classes of the people, and Stepan Arkadyevich could not get through even a short service without his legs aching from standing up, and could never make out what was the object of all the terrible and high-flown language about another world, when life might be so very amusing in his world. Do you feel his nature? I think this part is geniusly written and, describes him really in a very deep way. So let's go on. And with all this, Stepan Arkadyevich, who liked a joke, was fond of puzzling a plain man by saying that if he prided himself on his origin, he ought not to stop at Rurik and disown the first founder of his family, the monkey. And so liberalism had become a habit of Stepan Arkadyevich, and he liked his newspaper as he did his cigar after dinner, for the slight fog in it diffused in his brain. He read the leading article in which it was maintained that it was quite senseless in our day to raise an outcry that radicalism was threatening to swallow up all conservative elements, and that the government ought to take measures to crush the revolutionary hydra, that, on the contrary, in our opinion, the danger lies not in that fantastic revolutionary hydra, but in the obstinacy of traditionalism, clogging progress, and etc. So, Oblonsky is not reliable, but he is charming, and he survives very well in any society. Let's move on to his wife, Dolly. Well, I feel Dolly's personality as a very, you know, indeed person, natural, honest, sensitive. In fact, it feels like Tolstoy, tried through creating this image to create the image of a perfect mother. Well, let's quote Dolly because it's quite interesting. When Dolly discovered this situation with her husband, she was about kind of to get divorced. She was thinking about it. Oblonsky, of course, didn't want to get divorced because he didn't want any problems. He wanted everything to be stable and so on. Oblonsky asks his sister Anna Karenina come and talk to Dolly and kind of convince Dolly to forgive Stiva. So there is a very interesting scene between Anna and Dolly, and I'm gonna quote some, part of it. I think it's very interesting and deep. So while they were talking, Dolly asks Anna the following: "Yes, but could you forgive it?" "I don't know. I can't judge." "Yes, I can," said Anna, thinking a moment, and grasping the position in her throat and waiting In her inner balance, she added, "Yes, I can, I can, I can. Yes, I could forgive it. I could not be the same, no, but I could forgive it and forgive it as though it had never been at all." This is what Anna says. And Dolly, her reaction, let's read it. "Oh, of course," Dolly interposed quickly, as though saying what she had more than once thought. "Else it would not be forgiveness. If one forgives, it must be completely, completely. Come, let us go. I'll take you to your room," she said, getting up, and on the way she embraced Anna. "My dear, how glad I am you came here. It has made things better, even so much better." So after this case, Dolly kind of forgives Oblonsky, and of course she doesn't divorce. During the whole novel, we can see how her feelings change. For example, we see how she develops, through being a mother, how she focuses on her kind of mother household duties, how she finds happiness while she observes her kids getting, growing up. And these all details, I think this is a really masterpiece because Tolstoy kind of caught it. He felt these details, of being mother, and it's really unique. But after some period of time, Anna, she leaves her husband and starts living with her lover Vronsky. And Dolly, she visits Anna when she was living with Vronsky. And we see how, thoughts in Dolly's head, they change every time. So when she knew about this case with Anna's love affair, she thought that Anna made right decision. And at first time she thought that Anna is happy. But at the end of staying with Anna, she realizes that Anna is not happy. And she realizes, Dolly, that her position is much better than Anna's, because we'll talk about it later, because Anna, she was really, at that moment, she was really psychologically ill. She could not control herself, and she was really unhappy, totally miserable. So, and we see that Dolly, she, maybe she is unhappy as a woman with her husband, but we see how happy she is through, being a mother. And this is a very interesting, I think, interesting image, heroine, and very positive. And you know what I personally like about Dolly? It feels to me that she didn't have any choice that time. Maybe the decision that she made kind of to ignore Stiva, to not focus on him, maybe this decision was really correct that time. And one important detail about her, this woman, she didn't she didn't make any harm to anyone. So this hero is honest, kind, and let's say positive. Thanks for listening the first part.